Hello, Mr. Banji. I'm here for the interview.
I'm sorry, who are you again?
Dad, it's me Natsish, your daughter.
Oh, that's right, I'm sorry, I have so many children it is hard to keep up, but I remember now. You are the youngest one, right?
No. I'm your only daughter.
Oh yes, that's right, you know how busy Daddy is. But anyways, what can I help you with, sweetie?
I have to do an interview for my business communications class and I have some questions for you.
Oh, anything for my favorite little girl.
Don't push it, Dad. Now let's begin. What is the name of the company you work for?
CS Restaurant Incorporated.
What do you guys do?
We manage and run a chain of fast food restaurants.
Okay. How many locations in the Houston area? Also, how many employees on average per location?
Well, we have 8 locations in Houston. 1 in G-Town, 2 in Lake Jackson, 1 in Clute and West Columbia.
Wow, that's a lot of places and employees. I'm surprised you can remember them but not your only kid. Thanks, Dad.
What was that, honey?
Oh, nothing, just asking how long you been at CS Restaurant.
I've been here 12 years.
Wow, that's a long time. Do you enjoy your job?
Yes. I enjoy it very much. It's all I have ever really have done. I think I do a pretty decent job.
Since this is for a business communications class, how important are written and verbal communication skills to your job and in considering potential candidates for employment?
Depending on the position, it varies. If I am hiring someone at the corporate office, then writing and verbal communication skills are extremely important. If I am hiring a restaurant employee position, I would say that the writing skills are not a requirement. But don't get me wrong, I would say that every individual should definitely have strong writing and verbal communication skills though.
Typically in a 1-month period, how many applications for employment do you receive?
I may receive 1 application a day. In the summer we hire more people, especially in our Galveston location where the summers get pretty crazy and our sales almost quadruple in those months. So about 30 to 35 on average, and in the summer it may increase to 50 a month.
During an interview, what are the physical attributes of a candidate that makes them stand out the most, such as appearance, hygiene, and grooming?
As I have mentioned, I do a lot of different hiring. If I am hiring someone in the office, I would like them to display proper work look. Their appearance should be sharp, and grooming is definitely important. In the office, men need to have a clean haircut and no facial hair. It would be good if you dressed like John, professionally. Well, sometimes hiring for the fast food positions I will get a few wild hairstyles. I usually do not mind as much because all our employees are required to have their hair tied back, but in the office setting it needs to be a decent normal style. Something that I really notice and bothers me is if someone has ironed their clothes. I'm an old man, and if I can get up every morning and iron my clothes, there should be no reason for someone coming in for an interview to not have done the same. I feel like this is a reflection of their home life and personality. You also don't want to look like a crazy person. I also feel like shirts need to be tucked in. I don't want to see what kind of underwear you're wearing. So please don't show up looking like a loser. Like Bob here, with no pants. Also, when women come in for interviews, I do not want to see an excessive amount of skin being shown. This is not a club or a dance party. This is a professional setting where we have work that needs to be taken care of. Your appearance is part of how you communicate.
What are some of the important verbal skills that a candidate must display in order to do well and make a great impression?
Verbal skills in the restaurant industry are very important. The average cashier of mine may deal with over 1,000 customers in a week. They need to be able to properly greet a customer and be able to communicate with them. When it comes to food, people can be super picky. For example, how do you deal with a customer that is yelling about their order being wrong? There is always a positive way of dealing with a customer being aggressive. You have to remember, is not what you say but how you say it.
What are some important attributes of being a manager?
The biggest, most important one is being able to listen and wait to respond, but actually being able to quietly listen and understand others. Another very important one is to be able to lead as an example, which can be very hard.
So you are saying listening is just as important to communication as talking?
Exactly.
What would you say is one of the hardest things about being a manager?
Definitely firing employees. It is hard on me when I have to tell someone they're fired or their position in the company is no longer needed. It's not something that I do often, but when I do have to do it, it's pretty hard. Sometimes it can easily ruin my whole day.
Okay, well, thanks for all the information. I really enjoyed this and learned a lot. Maybe we can hang out some more.
Oh sure sir, anything for my little girl. Just be sure to make an appointment with my secretary, okay honey? Thanks.
Wow. Gee, thanks. Dad, well, I hope you guys enjoyed our presentation. Goodbye. Peace out, H-Town.